What's up, guys? So this is all the products that I will be using today in my 6 classic stitch tutorial. First thing first, gotta get the client. And stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because I will be dropping a video soon on how I build my clientele and ways and tips on how you can also build your clientele. My new braiders, coming up braiders, whatever type of braider, I will be dropping a video soon on how to build clientele or how I build my clientele per se. So this is me. I always start every style off that is not really designed. I always start off all my styles with the middle part. Because it'll make sure that everything is equally proportioned. This is my middle part. I don't have it bone straight right now because I have to, of course, apply the products. But before I apply any product, I always make sure that all my parts are as I need them to be. And I always start my 6 classics off with the middle braid. Not braiding it, but as far as my parting technique, I always begin my parting technique with this braid right here. So this is me just trying to make sure that everything is straight, but not straight because of course I have to apply the product. But this is me trying to make sure that everything that I part off is equally proportioned. So let's just go ahead and watch this. And also towards the back, I always make sure that I narrow it out. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I also will make a video on how you do it towards the nape area, because that is most important, because the nape area is always the narrowest part. So I always just do it like a little flat twist to get it out the way, so that way I can make sure that my parts I can see all my parts and make sure that everything that I also parted off is even. So then I start off with the next part. And I also do, and the thing that I'm doing on this side, of course, I repeat it on the other side of the head. But I always start off with this side. But you could start with either side that you would like to start it on. This is just how I do my parts. So I'm just making sure it's straight. But again, this part right here doesn't have to be bone straight because, of course, you're going to apply your product. It's just a habit. Some people just be neat freaks and just want everything to be so perfect. So that's basically what I'm doing here to make sure that all my parts is correct. And again, I'm going to do the flat twist so that way I can make sure that I can see all my parting without a problem. So yeah, make sure that y'all comment, like, subscribe, drop videos. Let me know what kind of things you'll like to see. So this is the parting. I got all that out the way. Looks good. Okay, so now I'm going to begin by applying my product on this very part, because I always start on the left side when I start braiding. You can begin on any side that you would like to, but for me, I always begin on the left side. I don't know, it's a habit. Some people begin in the middle, some people begin on the other side. You can begin anywhere you want to, as long as you got your parting correct how you like it. So this is what I mean when I go back and apply the product in order to make sure that my line is very crispy. And I will also be dropping a video soon on products for different type of hair textures, on what I feel or what I use as far as different type of hair textures and products that I think goes good with them. This is my part, real crispy, real straight. I just kind of clip the rest out the way just to make sure that, no flyaways get in the way of me braiding. Now, as far as the baby hair, I always ask my client how much do they require is left out to their liking. So this is me just applying my product to the section that I'm about to braid. I applied on both sides. Not too much, not too little. You got to make sure that you're using the correct amount. Or you can use the amount that you like to your liking. You know what I'm saying? That makes you comfortable. Sometimes, not all the time, I also open it up in the middle and apply the product as well down the middle. I just feel like it gives it a more cleaner look. I just feel like it gives it a real clean look. So that's me just applying it. I'm just combing it in with the edge brush. And the reason why I like to use the edge brush, because I just feel like it really saturate the product through the hair, and it gets that clean, as you can see, clean molded type of look. So you don't have to do this. Some do, some don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But you could also start your stitch braids off by parting it through the middle. So that way you could pull hair from each side. And this me sectioning off my first part that I'm going to start the stitch braid with. I'm just going to comb it a little bit with my edge brush, just to give it that clean. Like I said, the edge brush is always used to give it that clean, slick, molded look. Now, as far as stitch braid, I prefer the pinky nail. You don't have to use it because there's more than one way to stitch braid. And I also will be dropping a tutorial on the different ways to stitch braids, whether you are new to this, true to this, is literally different ways to stitch braids. And if you're just starting off, a beginner, it is easier ways for you to stitch braids, so that way you don't have to use the pinky. I know some people use the tool for the finger. You don't have to use that. And also some people prefer to use a comb. Some people use the nail with no point on it. So there's several ways to learn how to stitch braids, and I will drop a tutorial on different ways to stitch braid, from beginners to masters. Is several ways. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe in order to get the details on that. So this is how I do it. I'm using my pinky nail on both sides, and as you see, I still got that part down the middle. I just kind of just part it off with my pinky nail, grab it, and braid it. Now, if you are unfamiliar with ways to braid, I will be also, I'm going to drop a tutorial on all type of things. So y'all just basically, this is BU University. So y'all just get ready for some heat, back to back to back. So this is how I do it. And I when I stitch braid, I don't really feed in hair early. I also wait till I get like to the back of the braid, but that also depends on the density of your client's hair. Now, if their hair is a little more thinner or a little more finer, then you may want to start feeding in your hair early on. Now, if you're having trouble with how to feed it in, stay tuned, because your girl is going to drop a video on how to do that also. I'm about to put y'all on for free. So, yeah, all you got to do is comment, like, subscribe, and that's it. That's it. So, this is just me stitching. So now I'm about to begin to add the hair. I'll show you the amount that I grab. Now this varies on, she's getting a bun, so this varies on how thick you want your braids. I'm not really a thick type of girly as far as the braids. I like mine to look very natural. So as far as adding the hair, I grab just enough. So stay tuned for that to see how much hair you think you can have to add, because I know a lot of people be asking how much hair do I add. I'm going to also make a video on that. But this specific client is getting a bun, and she does not like her bun thick at all. She likes her bun a little mini-ish. So I make sure that I'm grabbing minimal hair to add to the braid. So this is the next braid. So now with this one, I'm going to show you how to stitch braid using the comb, because you can also stitch braid with using the comb. I'm going to do it a few times. I'm not going to finish off the braid with stitch braiding with the comb, because I'd rather not use it like that. But as far as just giving you the idea of how it goes, I'm going to show you that. So this is me just repeating the product laying method again. Parting off that first section. I'm also going to part down the middle again. This is how we'll continue to do my braids with that part down the middle, just so that way when I grab my hair on each side, no hair from the other side is getting in my way. So I'm going to start it off with the, of course, make sure you use your edge brush just to lay that, you know what I'm saying, that first part down. Like I said, it also gives you a clean mold look, if you understand what I'm saying. So with this specific stitch braid, I'm going to use the comb product. As I said, I'm going to start it off with the pinky nail, just to get it, you know what I'm saying, get the flow going. But I'm going to show you in a minute here how they use it with the comb. So I feel like the comb is harder because you have to pick it up, move, you know what I'm saying, move it to each hand. It's just, I feel like it's a lot. It may be easier for some people because they use it. I feel like it slows you down just a little bit. But again, it's not a race. It's not nothing that you need to rush with. Just make sure that when you are styling each of your clients, take your time. Don't rush. Don't feel pressure. Make sure that you're taking your time and doing it how you feel like you need it to be done. So that's pretty much the comb method. I'm going to, of course, finish this braid off with what I feel is comfortable for me. Now, this is me doing the same method, but I'm just showing you guys from a different angle, so that way you can see from all angles. So that way you can kind of get a good look at exactly what it is that I'm doing. So this is just me showing you from a different angle. I'm going to let it play for a little bit so y'all can pay attention and you can just, you know, get in good with it and feel the vibe of the stitch braid. I feel like this was important for me to show you also from this angle. I feel like it was important for me to show you from all angles, so that way you can really, you know what I'm saying, like really understand and really get the feel of the process. So I thought that it was important that I show you guys from each angle, the side angle, front angle, and also the angle of how I see it. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and do the bun. I take a rubber band. It doesn't matter which size or what you prefer to use. I'm just going to go ahead and rubber band this section off, so that way I can go ahead and do her bun. Also, before you do the bun, it's best that you always make sure that your client is comfortable and nothing is too tight on either side, so that way they won't get bumps. Also, they won't have to hit you up later complain about they head hurt. So it's best that after you apply the rubber band, make sure that you ask your client, is it comfortable to them, or is it tight, do they need anything loose? And also after the bun, it's best that you ask them again, because sometimes it can get a little tight after you do the bun. So you just want to make sure you check with your client, ask them, is it comfortable, or however it is that you do it. So this is me applying the bun. Real cute, real mini, because that's how she liked it. I'm going to take my Got To Be. I just feel like got to Be just seals the deal. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to use too much. Just make sure that you spray over your braids, especially before you apply your mousse. I mean, you could do it either way. I like to apply before I apply my mousse, and I also like to do it after I apply my mousse. Now, as far as mousse, I know you've seen a lot of braiders soak it up and however it is, but I like to use real light mousse. I just feels like that's just my preference. You can do it however you like to do it, because this part right here is really nothing to be taught, but you can apply your mousse how you see fit. I apply minimal mousse to my clients just because I feel like it's wet. You know, I mean, I really can't explain it, but you get my drift. And I also go back over that with a little bit of Got To Be as well, and I also blow dry it. Some braiders prefer to use the blow dryer on cold. Me specifically, I don't like to use the cold, but again, this part is not really being taught. This is like up to your discretion, up to what makes you feel comfortable. But me specifically, I love to do it on hot. So, but just make sure that it's not close to your client head, because it also can, like, you know what I mean, not burn them, but it can be hot. It can burn them too as well. So then I'm gonna do the baby hairs next. Sometimes, again, with the baby hairs, I leave out what my client prefers. Me, I'm more of a minimal baby hair type of girl, because I just feel like after a while, people just get tired of doing baby hairs and doing them every day. It just like they don't lay how they need to lay. So I'm a minimal type of baby hair. This specific client wanted the whole perimeter of her edges out. So that's how we go get this done. You just take a little mini flat iron. They're not too much. I think they're like $30 at the hair store. Take it and curl the baby hairs. I curl it out. Some people curl it in. But again, this part is not really being taught. Is clearly up to your discretion or how you feel like you want to do your baby hairs. Me, I'm not really a big baby hair girl. But yeah. So this is just how I do my baby hair. Finish her off with some oil sheen. I use tea tree oil. You can use whatever type you feel like you want to use. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you've been using, want to use, that is completely up to you. But I like to use the tea tree oil just to seal the deal. I rub it in real shiny, real cute. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, watching the video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think I can do better on. Tell me what videos that y'all would like to see. Just let me know. Again, I really, really, really appreciate you watching this video. And this is just from another view. Real cute, real neat, real perfect, very clean. Very stitched. Yeah, it's all that. But again, I just want to thank y'all again for tuning in. See ya.